Hello everyone and welcome. Dan here from DIY Profit Pipeline's online coaching course, where I teach you step by step how to grow an extremely profitable online selling eBay business. Now, not just with one channel of selling, but multiple flows of income utilizing various pipelines that are available to all of us, which will quickly get you the flexibility of selling online full time. Now, if this sounds like something for you you'd like to do, you can download my ebook first and get yourself up to speed on everything you need to get you started. There's so much valuable information in here, and it'll really get you to the point where you're ready to go. So it's kind of a must before you start with me. So go ahead and download that, and then you can head over to my website, which you can see here, and read about the course and get all the tools you need to get you going successfully. There's a link to my book on the site, so you can go directly to there. It will take you to Amazon, and then you get the book from there, and then come back and do the course after you've read it. So in today's video, I'm going to teach you a tutorial on improving your main picture galleries. So your main pics in eBay, when you scroll down and see everybody selling the same thing. These are really important, and the reason a buyer will stop on your listing, follow through and purchase your product over somebody else's. So I can't emphasize how important this step is in the whole process. So you get about 1 to 3 seconds to capture someone's attention when they're scrolling through. So you want them to stop on your picture and click on into your image. So I'll show you how to make this into a more captivating image like that. So a lot more attractive. And the good thing also, you want to tell a bit of a story on your image without going into too much detail. So show the customer what you can provide before they go in and read about your listing. So that doesn't say anything. That says the same thing, but a whole lot more. Tells you a bit more about the experience you're going to get from the seller, a little bit about the item, a few extra little pictures. So it shows a few different stories there as well. So we're going to do that. This is great for on my dropshipping pipeline. I use this a lot because, one, it's a multi-quantity listing, so meaning the item will sell over and over again. So the 10 minutes you invest in creating a good image, like for people to stop on, will sell over and over. Once the image, the product sells once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times, it'll just increase this algorithm and put you at the top of search results. So that will help you as well, all because you had a good image. I've sold this, for example, this couch here for about 30 to 40 times over, and I guarantee it's definitely due to the main image, because everybody else seems to use a stock image and just get the listings up quickly, not put the effort in, and end up not making the sales. I sell mine with a little bit more detail and a little bit more effort, and also, funny thing is, sometimes it's dearer than these ones, and I still make the sale because the customer feels comfortable, because it's got all these additions, plus it has, you can see, sold some of those items before, so it reassures the buyer, the new customer coming in, knowing that the item has already sold and someone has already got it. So it's all those things you need to cover and get on top of everybody else's. So we need to make sure the main images are looking good. So let's get started with that. So I'm using Photoshop as an example, and no means I'm an expert. I'm a total amateur on this. I'm totally self-taught, but learned what I needed to make this process effective, I guess. I did use Paint, like Microsoft Paint, prior to Photoshop, and I did well with that and made some sales a lot. And you just can't use the layer like you can in Photoshop like this. You've got different layers you can overlap, and you can't put images over images sort of in Paint. You're a bit restricted. So I invested into Photoshop, and yeah, got my images looking a lot more professional. They pop, and it's that next level, definitely, for sure. So we might get started now, and we're going to go back to making our image better. So first things first, we want to make sure our image is unlocked. So over this little padlock, drag it down to the trash can, and then the canvas size I noticed was quite bigger. So see, we need a little bit more space here. to put these images in. So we need to create a bigger image, not increase the image, but just the canvas. So we're going to go to image, canvas size. We'll go 40 by 40. Now keep your images square. eBay likes that, so it makes them. You can go off square a little bit, but don't want it too much. I can see that this is a little bit off square, a little bit bigger, so I might just go back, image, canvas size. I'll show you something though. In pixels, make sure you're around 1000 pixels. I've just increased mine obviously, but that's where you scroll over and you can zoom up on the image. They look really good. So the supplier I get from here, they give me really good images, so I'm quite happy with that. So the width will go 45. Now I'm going to go 42, you won't even notice. So you can see that size there. Now I want to remove this background, this white space. So we're going to click this magic eraser tool. If you right click it, just select magic eraser, go over to your white, press that. Oh, that's a little bit convenient. Turn that off. Making sales. It wasn't a lounge chair, by the way. So we'll taking that out, and we'll take this shadow out here as well. Just clean it up. Now some images, these white ones, if you have a white image, they'll blend in, and you're trying to take the shadow out, it'll blend into the image and ruin your whole image. So you can go in and fix that, but I tend to just keep it simple. White backgrounds are nice sometimes, so you know, it's up to you, but don't go to town on that too much. Keep it simple on a quick process. So we've got our background out of this. Click the arrow tool. I'm going to move it over here a little bit so we can see we've got a bit of space to play with. Might first start with this title. So if you look back here, we've got luxury kids recliner chair. So you click the text tool, press that, caps lock on, luxury kids recliner chair, click the arrow tool. Alright, massive, way too big, and different font. So I like to use, there's a font called Franklin Gothic Medium. I use that for all my titles, personal preference, but I think it looks clean. Obviously it's too big. I'm going to change that 150. Pretty good. 160. Nice. That'll do. Use your arrows to get it right. I don't like to go fully edge to edge anymore. I used to, but I like to just have a little bit. It looks professional and doesn't overpower. It's just clean. So we're going to underline. Click underline. We're going to click bold. I'm going to move it across the effect a little bit. The color. That one I had a blue. You can choose anything. I usually use dark blue. It's quite good. Black, but I think it's too much black in this, so it's whited something else, I think. And so yeah, we've got our title there now. Now we're going to go and put these images in. A little trick I've got here, Microsoft Word. I have a whole lot of different items that I use. I'll go down to these pictures first and I'll explain this worksheet. So I have a worksheet I just dump everything into. It's always open, and it's just a quick copy and paste into my Photoshop images, my listings, and making sure it's just really easy, so I can just flick between the two and add pictures in if I want. This one, just showing this demonstration before, so click change pictures. I just did this listing, that's what I'm showing you here, and we want to choose a picture that was on there. I think it was of it reclining first, so we'll go and choose that one. And the worksheet's great. You've got buttons you can get from Google that you can just add in, and I'll show you some of that a bit later after I do these ones. We'll get to that. Hold your horses. From here we've got the image that we want. So it's got a circle, a nice neat thing. All that is you hit your format, and all these little ones up here, they give you examples. This one is actually that, but I've taken the shadow out, so I've just gone picture effects, shadow, no shadow. Picture border, you can change your line thickness, your border color, and just makes the image a bit more personalized. So we're going to copy that, or Control C for you guns out there. I'm a gun, so I use Control C, Control V. Pretty simple. Copy paste. V for Victor. A lot easier. Keyboard shortcuts are awesome. Get into them. Alright, so we've got our image there. We're going to take the background out, so we'll go back to our magic eraser. Click on there. Inside it as well also counts, so you can click that out. And any shadow, I can see there's a little bit of shadow under there, so we'll clean that up as well. Okay, back to our Word doc. We're going to do the next picture, which was that one that I did have up. I just listed this item about half an hour ago. Kid recliner. Control C, Control V. Paste that. I was practicing this demo before, so alright, now that's our two. I like to overlap them. They look kind of cool. It's personal preference. You can change it around the layers here, but that looks better, so I'll run it like that. Okay, now we had some text under here, I saw, so adjustable and built-in cup holder. That's pretty cool. Any of you guys have chairs like this when you were kids? I didn't. Definitely not like that. Okay, so click that, caps lock on, adjustable, and little and symbol. Click your arrow tool. I like to separate it. You can click enter and continue it, but it's just easy to do either way. I'm going to go to 80. Oh, nailed that, I think. Underline out. Alright, let's do the next one. And oops, built-in cup holder. Arrow tool, that down. Okay, let's move it up a little bit. That's looking good. Now we had a button I saw, 9cm thick padding. So tell the story a little bit. So here I've got like the experience they're going to get from me as a seller, and a little bit about the item, and a little bit what the item can do, and shown in a nice way. Plus I got my store or business name you can put in as a watermark, so no one steals your image. You don't want people, all the hard work you put in, people stealing your images and using it for themselves, undercutting you. So let them put in the work, and just like you have, or they can keep listing the stock images and you keep getting the sales. So down here was a button. So these are all the same what I showed you before. You can, different shapes, things you can use as pictures, and I just use text boxes. So firstly you can go insert shape. You've got rectangles, squares, arrows, these banners and things, tricky like scroll looking things, stars, which you can see here, looks cool. And then same thing, insert text box, and it does that. With your text box you usually got a box around there. To get rid of that, you just go format, shape, outline, no outline, and then you're left with anything you can write. Change the color of the text, the style of the text, put it in here into your button. And then you can do buttons with pictures in them, multicolored ones, 3D looking ones. Yeah, whatever's relevant and will mix up, will stand out on your image. So we've got 9cm thick padding written in here, ready to go. I got a bit ahead of myself, a bit too excited. So write that in there, get the size right. So click your text images once it's done, your text box, hold down Control, click the other side, so you've got both of these selected. You've got the text box and the shape selected. You can group these, but I don't, because I change them all the time, so it's easier to just do that as you go. So Control C that, copy, Control V, over here, and it was, but you can put it out in this space. I like to, as I'm obsessed with overlapping at the moment, I put it there, and then we'll take the background out, and there you've got that there. Okay, so now we're going to do some buttons. Back to your Word document, add these free shipping, and actually I'll just show you. So these ones here, free shipping, warranty, and a trusted seller. So these buttons are all from Google. Just Google free images and select your image, free shipping images, warranty images, whatever. You'll find everything you need. You can buy them as well from Shutterstock and places like that, but you can search free ones, they're all out there. So you can just dump them all into your worksheet. You know, I've got a 5-star luxury, heavy duty, anything you can think of really. Premium quality one, I use that a lot. And then, yeah, so firstly it was a free shipping one. This does free shipping. So we'll paste that one into there, take the background out, arrow tool from the corner, arrow tools just to get it where you want it. Now I have a deal with this supplier. They 1-year warranty on all of my products, on everything that they sell. You can read about that in my book and in my course about how to get, you get your supplier a whole lot of credentials that will help you sell. So 1-year warranty is really handy and gives a bit of trust to the customer if it breaks. Some do 3 years depending on the product. So I pop that in there, all my listings. Another option, and buy safe, trusted seller, or this one. There's a few different ones though, because I sell a lot of items, or even if you don't sell a lot of items, you can call yourself a trusted seller, and they'll give the buyer. There's another little trick. I'm going to clean that one up a little bit actually. This eraser tool. Yeah, it's better. It's another thing for qualifying the listing to your buyer and convincing them that you're going to do a good job on their experience and help them with the delivery and dispatch. And now we have our image looking a bit cleaner, so all we need to do now, we have to put a watermark in. So that's really important because, like I said before, we don't want people stealing your image and using it for themselves from the work you put in. So select your text tool. This is the way I do it. You can do a stamp, but do it like this and you can keep it from all your other ones, which I'll explain in a minute. So just put your store name or your business name in a text, drag it to the middle somewhere. So we're going to go select our text tool again. Up here you've got an arc with a T on it. It's a warped text, so click it. Okay, that was bold, so it wants to take the bold off, so just click yes. You want to continue. Style, you've got a whole lot of different ones here. I always use this arc, and I don't really even change this much. You can make it more arc, less arc, change the distortion of it, but there's no need. I find it pretty good like this. So click OK, depending how long it is. Alright, go back to your arrow tool. Now I use Hobo, what that font was on before, Hobo Standard. Push that one, and we're going to make that, I don't know, 350. It's a bit too big. 250. That's okay. It doesn't really have to fit on the page, but it can, or just as long as it goes over most of your image and links on, covers kind of everything. You obviously can't have it like that. It looks a bit too much. So the keypad 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just press number 1, press 2, press 3, press 4, press 5, and it will change the opacity of it. So 3, that's 3. I'm going to stick with something like that. Just subtle, not too much in your face, but enough to cause a disruption over your image. Okay, so go back to your layer. Now we want this background in here now, so we're going to go paint tool, and then we want to just put a background over the whole thing. So black, so much black, too much black, so I'm going to get rid of that. We'll put a texture on there, so I like to do that. Pattern, so hit the pattern button, and then over here you've got all your patterns. I've already got this one selected. I use it a bit with certain colors, but you can go and do a lot of different presets, and there's all different artistic, like there's different patterns you can use, you can change them. So whatever you want to do, get creative. Something that's clean though, don't get too silly. You want to hypnotize your buyers with this. Color paper was the one I was using there. So that one there, click that. Keep all these, I usually keep them the same, and then just click in there and we'll throw the background over. So there it is, there's your finished product. It looks a lot better than the black one that we had earlier. So now we've got a cleaned up image and ready to list on the site. Now this supplier has a lot of different colored chairs, so I'll just show you. There's a pink one that it has, so you want to apply all these same things to the pink one. There's a really quick way of doing it rather than having to go through that again. So I always do all my images in a certain category or a certain product first, and then you can keep this sort of consistent thing going that you've learned about the product. So I like to keep this file name the same, so I do all the modifications to this file. So I take stuff from here and put it into this one to make it the same. So we'll start with that. So first we want to do, unlock the image. Well, got too excited, already done it. So dragging the padlock to there and click image, canvas size. Remember we had 45 and it was 42. Take the background out, that and a little bit of that shadow, and you're left with that image. Select your arrow tool. Now it was over here somewhere, so we'll just pop it over there. So we want to copy all of this extra things, of these texts and that, what we did, except these two pictures, because we've got to modify those anyway with the pink ones. So we've got to change our picture in Word, and so we'll move all of this across except for the pink, those two images. So going down to the layers down here, you want to click the first one except for that first layer, hold Control down, scroll up, that's that picture, so we don't want that there. Everything else though, just keep Control down, click that, your watermark as well, that's the other image. Okay, let go of Control, click your arrow tool, hold down your mouse, and you can see that got everything there that we need to transfer. Hold it down into there, drop it onto your new one. Use the arrows, put it where you exactly want it, and then you just go ahead and change those pictures like we did before in Word. Right click, change picture, and put the two other ones in there with the pink, and then the background. You should be able to just go down, select your layer, and just click it because it's already set up, and you've got that there. So that's really quick, you're going to save a lot of time. So everything there. So if this helped you out, like it, subscribe to my channel, and keep up to date with I'll be doing a lot of how-to videos and a lot of in-depth things like this. So my course will show you a lot of those things in more detail. So yeah, like and subscribe, and hopefully I helped you out, and I shall talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye.